Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you saw by the title, we'll be doing a dupes video. So it's not a full face of dupes. I don't have like every single category for dupes, but I have a lot of categories. I think there's like only like 3 or 4 that I don't have dupes for. So I am so freaking excited, y'all. I think this is gonna be an awesome one. I am kind of splitting between videos, so I'm gonna film the dupes, and then for the products that I don't have dupes for, I am gonna be unbagging my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. I believe, Ipsy Glam Bag Plus is going up first, so if you guys haven't seen that one, I will link it down below. But yeah, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely comment your favorite dupes down below. Anything you've tried, any of the ones that I tried. Yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. Sometimes you'd think that I'd never filmed a video before in my life. All right, first things first is of course primer. So I really wanted to test the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer against the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Of course, you know, everyone and their mom has duped the Milk Hydro Grip, but this one seems like literally the same product. Oh, what I was gonna say earlier is too, I feel like dupes videos are hard because sometimes, I know girl, you just want the bougie product. Sometimes you just want to try it yourself, see if it's a dupe yourself, and I totally get that. I'm the same way. When I watch dupe videos, I'm kind of like, yeah, but still. And so I understand that, but I still thought it'd be fun and entertaining for you guys to watch and see if you guys are someone who really wants to find out the dupes or whatever, and not support the Highend brand or whatever the case may be. So here's the e.l.f. primer here. You can see it just brought my face to life. It is super tacky. I don't want to say sticky because that sounds like a bad word. Milk Hydro Grip. Actually, the e.l.f. one's a little bit, oh my gosh. The e.l.f. one's a little bit more green when you initially squeeze it out, but I do think the milk primer breaks me out, but I'm hoping that the e.l.f. one doesn't because I really like them both. So initially, the milk one stays wet a little bit longer. The e.l.f. one dries down almost instantly, like right upon application. The milk one you can blend out for a little bit. Like right now, it's not sticky here or tacky here, and I put it on, you know, a little bit ago. So that's interesting, but they are very dupeable. You can see the way they look. I think the e.l.f. one is making my skin look a little bit more brightening and a little bit more illuminated, if you will, like hydrated or juicy. The milk one isn't doing a bad job, but it's not doing just as good. So, you know, if for you, any of these tick all the boxes for you, I think they are very similar, and upon application, definitely dupes. I definitely will not be buying the milk one again. That's for sure. All right, next is foundation. So again, I really wanted to try the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator against the Tarte Tinted Hydrator. Now the Wet n Wild one can be built up to be a medium coverage foundation. The Tarte one can't go as high as medium, but it can definitely build up a bit. So I'm gonna try to sheer the Wet n Wild one out, which is how I wore it the other day, and I really, really did enjoy it. And that's when I was like, ooh, this is definitely like the Tarte one, where you can still see like basically everything underneath, and it just gives a nice, you know, like wash of color. It gives a nice evens out the skin a little bit. I think the big difference between these is gonna be the finish. I know the Tarte one is a little bit more hydrating, and the Wet n Wild is a little bit more semi-matte. I think it's called demi-matte, something like that. This pimple is not getting covered today, girl. Oh my gosh. I did use the same sponge. I just used the bottom for the Wet n Wild and then the side for Tarte, just so you know. Okay guys, literally, even the shades are like literally the same. These are the same product, no question about it. You don't need, if you don't want to try the Tarte, or you're scared to like pull the plug and try the Tarte, and you just want to try like something small first, definitely go with the Wet n Wild. They're literally the same product. Oh my gosh, literally the same. Again, like I did say though, the Wet n Wild one you can build up a little bit more than the Tarte one, which is not my favorite. I like something lighter coverage, so you know, I prefer the Tarte one for lighter coverage, but You know, it depends on your preferences for sure, but these are definitely the exact same product, y'all. Where's the difference, y'all? Where's that? Where's it at? Because it's not here. Oh, I forgot to mention too. Sorry, I wanted to mention another dupe that I wasn't going to use today because I didn't know how these would react with the gripping primers. I didn't know if it would peel it off or whatever. But the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer, one of my favorite primers, so bomb. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to squirt it on this side of my hand. And a definite dupe, 100% dupe, like no questions about it. The AOA Studio Wonder Skin Illuminating Primer, literally the exact same product. First of all, this one is the AOA Studio one, and this one is the Rare Beauty. So you can see the Rare Beauty one looks a little bit more pearlized, but like when you blend it into the skin, I put way too much, girl. Why did I do all this? I just wasted all this product. On the skin, literally, they just give you both the same illuminated look. And it's like, if you're placing a Stop and Say order or whatever the case is, or you want to try the Rare Beauty, but you don't want to pay the price, whatever it is, the AOA Studio is $1 and it's the exact same primer. Definitely, I didn't get to test it out, which is why I just used the Milk one today. Literally the same product. Like once I'm done with the Rare Beauty, I'm going to just use the AOA. All right, where's it at? Next, we're gonna do concealer. So I just put on my Rare Beauty concealer on this side of the face. I really like this concealer. It's nice medium coverage. I do have the wrong shade. I think this is more my summer shade, so she looks a little crazy. Literal same product. Okay, this is my theory. My theory is that this is the same as the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. They're both like, they both give you that like skin-like finish at the end, but they both still have a good medium coverage. And so I feel like they're just the same, but I haven't tried them together. So I'm just gonna use one side of the sponge on this side. I haven't tested them together, obviously this is the first time, but from in my head, I'm just like, whoa, this reminds me literally of the Rare Beauty concealer. Literally of the Rare Beauty concealer. You can see, beautiful. You can still see some stuff underneath it, like it's not the most full coverage, of course, but it blended really nicely and it looks really skin-like under the eye. Okay, let's see, girl. Obviously the shades are different for sure. And all my shades and stuff on both sides will be down below for sure. Guys, I think these are the same product. Okay, the Rare Beauty one seems to be a little bit more lightweight. The NYX one seems to have a little bit more coverage, which is making it a little bit not heavier, but a little bit like feel like more product like under the eye when I'm just kind of chilling here. But literally, again, I don't even need the Rare Beauty because I have the NYX. Although this NYX one is doing it for me. I'm really in love with this NYX one. And it feels really, really nice. My unders look nice. They're the same products, y'all. The same products. Before I set my face, I'm gonna go in with some blushes, which I think both these blushes work fine on top of powders, but I'd rather do it this way just in case. Of course, I wanted to try out the e.l.f. Putty blush in the shade Bali against the Fenty cream blush in the shade Rose Latte. I don't know if the shades will be exact dupes. I think they're pretty close, but I know the formula is the same. I know it is. I just know. So we're gonna go in with my brush on both sides, just because I think they both apply better with a brush. You can see how easy that just blended out, girl. Oh my gosh, this is so stunning. Super pretty, super quick, super easy. Fabulous. And then we're gonna go in with another brush here and then the Fenty one on this side. Guys, definitely the same product. And honestly, they look like the same shade. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm shook to the core. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Fabulous. All right, so I'm gonna do some setting powder. How rude, Marissa. I'm gonna do some setting powder and then I'll be back, potentially. All right, so I did a lot, but now we are back to do some bronzer. I'm gonna have to apply some more blush or something because they both kind of faded under the powder, but they literally look the same, so crazy. Anyway, two products here. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I honestly think, you know, any bronzer in the whole wide world is comparable to this one. I don't think there's anything special about this bronzer, but, you know, whatever. I think a dupe that seemed like a very intentional dupe, the Profusion, not Profusion, the Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer. This is actually the shade Light, and this is the shade 3 in the Charlotte Tilbury, so the shades are definitely not dupes, but I think, of course, just it being huge, bulky, and shiny, it was meant to dupe it, and I think the formulas are very comparable. Super smooth, blendable, easy. They're matte but not flat. They're really nice bronzers. I also think a good dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury is also the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. This one just has 4 shades instead of the 1, and it's $10, which is still a fraction of the cost of the Charlotte Tilbury. So I think this one is the best option, but you know, it's just a different product. So like it's a face palette instead of being a single. So I just wanted to mention that, whatever. I think this one's a really nice bronzer as well. They have deeper shades, which is awesome. Oh my gosh, Marissa, you're a mess. They have deeper shades, which is really, really nice. The Revolution one, but I think they wanted to cater this release to deeper skin tones, which, as you can see, this is the shade Light. So there's that. And then the Charlotte Tilbury one has, I think they have the same amount of shades, but the Charlotte Tilbury one, you know how Charlotte Tilbury is. They have like 1 deep shade and like 3 light shades, and then, you know, I think it might go up to like number 4 or something like that. I don't really know. It's not that high up there, you know what I mean? So now we're gonna go with the Charlotte Tilbury, which is also too dark for me. So fun. Go with the light hand. These are both my summer bronzers here. But you know. Oh, could you even tell I had 2 different bronzers on? A little, but barely. Barely. I wanted to add more blush, so I went crazy. The heck. Alright, next is highlighter before I explode. These 2 I really don't know if they're dupes, but I feel like they're similar enough. This is the Kylie Pressed Illuminating Powder in the shade Cheers Darling. It's a nice like glow from within kind of highlighter, and I really do like it. But that's the same thing for the Cokie Soft Glow Highlighter in the shade Heavenly. They're both like very glow from within kind of highlighters that give a little bit something. You know, so we're gonna, of course, find out and see. I need to wash my brushes so bad. So we're gonna go with the Kylie. Ooh, she's so pretty. You can see it's not like beaming from the heavens, which is what I like. I like that this is not like that. And so it's just like a nice soft little highlighter moment. Then we're going with a different brush. I have 2, fret not. It's the AOA Studio F19, my favorite. We're gonna go in with this one on this side. The formula is definitely different. This one is a cream, like a creamy powder. And I think, you know, I think this one has glitters in it. And they're a little different. This one's a little bit more gold, and the Kylie one's a little bit more icy. But I think they give the same vibe. So if you're like, if you want this vibe and you don't want to try Kylie's formula, you hate Kylie, whatever, this one's a really good one too. I like them both, so up to you and your preferences, girl. They are a little bit different. I just had a little thought. I was just like, let's see if they're different. All right, next let's do brows real quick. I'm taking long in a day. So I think definite 100% dupes. The AOA Studio Slim Brow in the shade Dark Brown is 100% a dupe for the Benefit Precisely My Brow. Not the shade, I don't know I mentioned the shade, but the brow product, exact same. I just have a mini of the Benefit, but I've used up an entire one. The thing about this brow pencil is that it's a nice brow pencil, but it's a stiffer brow pencil, which sometimes is really nice because you want something to last really long, so it stays in your brows really long. But sometimes, you know, it's just not as fun to use. It kind of just goes on and then that's it. So we're just gonna use this real quick. And that's the same thing with this AOA Studio one. It's a really good brow pencil, but it's nothing super, super creamy or super blendable. They're both really, really nice. And I definitely, like, if I'm placing a Shop Miss A order, I definitely will like pick up another brow pencil, and I definitely won't be repurchasing the Benefit one now. But I just mean like, they're nothing I'd say run out and go get. I really think you should try the AOA Studio one if you want to try the Benefit one first, because they're literally the same products, and this one's $1. But I think, you know, if you can pass on both, pass. And even now, upon application, this AOA Studio one's a little bit creamier. It just feels a little bit nicer to put in the brows. Oh my gosh, I love this brow pencil too. This is one I could see myself constantly like having on hand in case of any emergency or something like that, or like taking with me on like vacations and stuff, because if I lose it, it was only $1, but I could see myself having this on hand, you know?
Oh, so pretty.
I think so many brands have duped the Benefit, so it's like whatever. Oh, my mascara is not doing it for me today. Actually, before I put on more mascara, I think that was the last dupe that I have here. Yeah, I don't really have, you know, lip products are kind of random. Like I don't even have the same shade twice unless it's a clear gloss. And then at that point, if it's a clear gloss, all of them dupe each other because they're just clear glosses. So it's really just like what brand you want to use, honestly. So I didn't pull out a specific lip product dupe, but I do have some setting sprays that I wanted to mention real quick. You guys know I love my Huda Beauty Glow Cocoa Setting Mist. I also really love the Beige Dewy Set Setting Mist. You can see I'm like halfway done with it. These two are really, really nice, and these are products that I feel like I would love to like just keep splurging on, like keep it in my collection all the time because I really, really like them. I wouldn't say these are exact dupes about the two products I'm about to mention, but I think if you want this effect, this glowy, like juicy, delicious skin kind of effect, these two products still give the same effect. The ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist, as well as the e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist. They both give the same effect, like this juicy, voluptuous skin that's like delicious, and it just looks real good. I don't think they're exact dupes, and I would definitely be repurchasing the Glow Cocoa because she's my baby. But like, just so you know, if you want something like similar, or you want to like just try the vibe out, try the dewy trend out, ColourPop and e.l.f., you will not be upset. You will get the same effect, basically. You know? Makes sense? Right? Alright, so I just applied some lipstick real quick to close out the video. Honestly, y'all, where is the difference? Tell me, especially because I have the same eye look on, it's kind of even harder to see what the difference is in these products. And I think the blushes are dead on dupes. I thought they were a little bit different, but honestly, you can't tell at all. So I think you can't go wrong with either side. I think personally, there's a lot of products that I choose the drugstore over the Highend just because of, you know, just because I don't want to spend that money. Like for the primer, I definitely will be using the e.l.f. one over and over and over again and use up the milk one, and then that's it. I will definitely be keeping my Tarte Tinted Hydrator because I love it so much. But the Wet n Wild one is a really great dupe as well if you guys are interested in trying one or the other, whatever. I love both of them very differently. They have a huge place in my heart. Like if I had to keep two foundations, these would be the two. You know what I mean? Like, so I really love Tarte and this one, but they look the exact same. Even the shades are the same, and the shades and stuff will be down below. Concealers look exactly the same. The shades are very different, so this one looks a little bit darker because it's a darker shade, but the product is the exact same. You can't even tell the difference. And then especially because I use the same settings powder, so really like, you know, set the whole face, and so it's perfect. The bronzers are probably the biggest difference here. Again, I think that the Essence Sun Club matte bronzing powder palette you just don't even need any other bronzer in the whole wide world. Just go with this one because it's the best one. But you know, if you don't want to try the Charlotte Tilbury, definitely I would try this one first. But you know, if not, I'd go for the the Makeup Revolution. Why do we keep calling it Profusion? Don't know. Blushes, the exact same, literally the same. I said that already. The formulas are the same. Everything about them is the exact same. I think that's everything. The highlighters are a little different, although you can't really tell, honestly. So again, it's up to you. I really like them both, and it's something I wouldn't repurchase another Kylie highlighter. I probably would get another Koki one, but you know what I mean, like it's just kind of to each their own. That one is one of those products. The Rare Beauty, like I mentioned, those are a great dupe. The AOA, if you're gonna place an AOA order, get the brow pencil, get this product, was there anything else I mentioned from AOA? I don't think so, but, oh, the brush, the F19 brush. Get the F19 brush, get the primer, and get the brow products. You'll be good to go. You'll be set and ready. And then I think that was everything. Is that everything? I think it's everything. Again, the setting spray, like I would definitely be purchasing my Huda Beauty Glow Cocoa, but I also would repurchase the e.l.f. one as well. You can see my skin just looks so good on both sides, and so I love them all. Those are ones that I just can't give up. Even though they are dupes, I can't give them up. Alright, so I've been keeping you guys here long enough. This quote is cute. I think I've read it before, but it's the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even heard, but must be felt with the heart. That's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, comment your favorite dupes, any dupes that were the favorite that I showed you guys, or dupes that you have on your own that I need to try ASAP Rocky. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye, guys.